Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently quite overextended. I would like to attack the Ottomans at some point, but we're not really in a position for that. I'd like to go up over this way as well. We're not in a position for that either right now. We've got a lot of vassals, and the amount of vassals is creating pressure on us, particularly from Jampur and Russia entering support independence. We'll see if that ends up triggering. I kind of doubt it. Now, at the end of last episode, after the credits rolled, you may not have seen it, I did notice that our diplomatic reputation changed on us. And specifically, what changed, if we go into our diplomacy, it's kind of easiest to go in this way, I guess. So, specifically, what changed is that the sabotaged reputation malice went away. So that's phenomenal. That means we are now progressing on annexation of Fars. That has a long ways to go. Now, the way that the diplomatic reputation for annexed subjects works is it lasts 10 years, and it's just -3 flat, no matter how many subjects you've annexed. So at this point, we are able to annex subjects, and that will not increase if we annex more. So here's the argument. We need to annex as many little subjects as we can right now. This would include things like Saran, who is not happy enough. Karakoyunlu, who we will be able to improve relations with. We're not in a position for that yet. I don't think we can do Armenia. No, they're currently hostile. But Saran is a good target, but Karakoyunlu is like the ideal target here for that. We can also start thinking about somebody like Uzbek, but they are, of course, hostile. So we need to get some vassals annexed, right? No doubt about that. Let's see. Who else would we be interested in annexing here? Well, mostly it's Karakoyunlu. We need to reduce our number of vassals. That is our top priority at this moment. So we're working on Fars, and then Karakoyunlu would be the next target. So in that case, I'm going to withdraw this diplomat from Armenia, and I'm going to send that diplomat over to Saran. Because, oh, we lost a military leader out over here? Okay, gotcha. That's fine. We could maybe get one from the Emirs? No. Okay. So we're just going to have to spend military power on it. Or give our leader command. Because we don't like these stats. Specifically the dip power. I would much prefer, this is the same number of stats, but I would much prefer this distribution of stats. So in that case, I think that we give our ruler military command here. It'll put them at risk, and that's okay. We don't mind that. Our ruler being at risk is actually arguably a good thing here. Now, we do need to get our dip tech up as soon as we can, and I want to head over to Saran and improve relations. There we go. Jampur was building a spy network. That is not shocking in the slightest. And military access from Lithuania, we will decline that for the time being. Okay, so that all looks absolutely fine for right now. We do need to purchase an ability here. And there might be a good one here. Yearly absolutism +1. Our problem with our absolutism is our maximum absolutism, not our actual absolutism number. So we're not too concerned about that one right now. What else do we have in here? Harsh treatment cost, autonomy change cooldown, fort maintenance on border with rival, change rival cost, edict of absolutism. These are all very mediocre. Okay. I guess we'll reduce our harsh treatment cost. We're probably not going to do any harsh treatment, to be honest, but I guess that'll do. So these guys need to be drilling. I'm just checking in on our other armies. Wow. You're taking attrition here. Even with the supply depot. Remarkable. So our supply limit here is 46. Yeah, it's just really, really low. Okay. Huh. Well, in that case, we need to move them out over here, and that is, of course, going to be absolutely fine. They can just sit here. At least in the summer. Okay, so we'll get that going. That'll be fine. Now, we have way too many diplomatic relations, but we are working on that. We definitely need to get Karakoyunlu's opinion of us up. So we can see we're at -18 opinion from annexed vassal. That's a ways away. Military access from Georgia. We'll decline that. Okay. Georgia is also fighting the Ottomans. Like I said, I would love to get in on that, but we are not in a position to do it. -1 national unrest and 10 towards mysticism sounds great. We will absolutely accept that. And we just need to get these opinions up for right now. And we need to work a lot on annexation of Fars. That is a very, very high priority right now. We could impose a new religious tax, and I'm going to do so. Do we have a mission to build something right now? Yes, a manufactory in Tun. Okay, we will absolutely do that. Phenomenal. Next up, I would like to build a workshop somewhere. Yes. Those are actually some very solid workshop constructions. Any great mosques? Not really, but that's okay. We could also get a manufactory squeaked in here, and we're going to do exactly that. That said, we have a loan. We have to repay that next year, and it's 600. Okay, that is going to be relatively expensive for us. Noted. And we'll get the National Unrest +2. That'll be fine. Wallachia wants military access. Everybody's attacking the Ottomans right now because, of course, they broke their alliance with us. Like, this was obviously going to happen. We'll see what ends up happening over there, but honestly, we have a huge chunk of the Ottomans over here. It's just not fully under our control yet. It's getting there. Wu entered a golden era. Good for you, Wu. We could lose a stability or lose 25 government reform progress. We'll lose the government reform progress right now. Thank you very much. And we can seize some land back. And is this a good time to do it? Yes, it is. Consider it done. So we've got almost full control of our land here, so that's great. Monthly autonomy change is looking pretty solid. That does boost our maximum absolutism by 15. So what does that put our total absolutism at? Well, still minus 25. That's not great. Okay. And we will quarantine these provinces. That's certainly not ideal. Okay, so we do have some national decisions here to do. Do we want standardized uniforms? I mean, yes, but we can't have it right now. We are still quite over on our land force limit. And we did that deliberately to try to prevent people from, like, attacking us and supporting our rebels over here. So we have some Sunni zealots and Bengal sowed discontent. Okay. These Sunni zealots are going to get taken care of by Armenia. That's not a concern. Our royal marriage with Hassa ended. Fars wants a royal marriage. We'll accept that. And we can't actually offer Hassa a new royal marriage. We'll have to see if they offer us one. But for now, this will have to do. We are, of course, working heavily on our diplomacy at this moment. I want to check in on our diplomatic reputation right now. Ah, annexed vassal has gone away. Okay. So we should be actually progressing much faster in Fars now. Yes, we are. That is phenomenal. I want to get more going here, though. That would be ideal. We're still at 7 over our diplomatic relations limit. It's a lot, but we have taken a lot of stuff over here, right? Do we want to declare on Georgia? I mean, we don't have any claims. I would love to declare on Georgia, but we don't have claims at this moment. Hassali's noble rebels down over here. Unless we have access through the Ottomans, there's nothing we can do about that. Yeah, we can't get there. Okay, so for now, that's fine. And we renewed that loan. That's also fine. Hassa wants that royal marriage. I would like to get this territory back. Yeah, Greece just took a lot over here. So Greece is going to, like, become the new Ottomans, right? That's probably what's going to end up happening here. But we can definitely push in over here. We could take some of this territory here, 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 and here would be the goal in a next war. I'm not sure how much of that we could actually get. I would be interested in fighting them, but we will need to have our vassals a bit more under control before then. We've got a lot of rebellious vassals right now, and that does need to get dealt with. So if we look at, say, Ardabil here, why are they disloyal? Well, we can take a look here, and we can see it's pretty much the relative power of all vassals, Russia, Bengal, and Jampur, right? That's pretty much the whole reason here. So, what can we do about that? Not a whole lot is the answer. Russia's in other issues right now, but we can think about doing some annexations here. That would definitely, I think, help a lot. We have a lot of vassals. Too many vassals at this moment. So that's reasonably fine. So Fars is at 24 Liberty Desire right now. Okay. Gotcha. It's pretty much the army power, including Russia, Bengal, and Jaunpur. That's pretty much what we've got going on at this moment. So we'll have to do something about that, but for right now, it seems reasonably fine. So we're losing money at this moment, and my question is why? The answer, I think, is, well, there's a lot of fort maintenance in there, but it's mostly interest. And advisor maintenance, of course. Our corruption is currently growing due to unbalanced research, and I would really love to get our dip tech up, but we're losing diplomatic power right now from annexing Fars. So that is definitely something to note, and that's one of the reasons why I would absolutely love, we could actually abdicate here. We would lose a lot of legitimacy and prestige. It wouldn't be a bad thing necessarily, but it would just put us even on the dip power. We wouldn't be gaining dip power. So that's noted. I think for the time being, we'll leave it be. We're at 178 with Karakoyanlu right now. We need to bring that up to 190, right? It's currently at 180, so it's going to be about 5 or so months. That's reasonably fine. We are apparently suffering attrition somewhere. I don't see any. But we apparently suffered casualties. Where exactly? I do not know. I don't see any casualties. Oh, it's up over here. Okay. We need that supply depot now that we're going into winter. Gotcha. Okay, so this general died on us. We definitely need to replace him. So we're going to recruit a new general. Excellent general there. I like it. That is phenomenal. And we'll keep on a drilling. So for now, that's fine. We are at minus 1.32 on our cash at the moment. Okay, that seems acceptable for the moment. We could gain some admin power, but actually maybe gaining legitimacy would be good here. I want to check in. Okay. So we are very, very close here to having full religious unity. I'm going to sit here for now, and we'll have huge missionary strength. And we're going to keep working on this. So that'll be converted in over 10 years at this point. I do want to get FARS integrated. That's going to be a big deal. And production efficiency minus 10% or an inflation. We'll take the inflation. Losing 200 ducats or gaining 25% local autonomy. That's gross as well. Okay. That is absolutely disgusting. So there's not a lot of options that we have there. I mean, we could mothball our forts. That's definitely a thing that we probably should do at this moment. We don't need to have these up, and since we're losing money right now, mothballing our forts is absolutely a good call here, I think. So we're going to do that. If we were to get attacked right now, like if Uzbek, say, were to declare independence, problems could certainly ensue. We're overextended at this moment, and we absolutely do need to get some of these things under control. We can pull back from Karakoyanlu, and then we can annex this vassal. That's only going to cost 59 admin power, or rather dip power. That'll be done next year. That's also going to slow down our annexation of Fars, which is currently going up by 5 per month. It's going to go up by 2 per month once we get this completed due to the hit to our diplomatic reputation. For the moment, that's probably okay. I would not mind having, like, a gain of diplomatic power, right? So that'll be fine. We're already 25% done here. We're going to be +1 in our diplo power as well, and this will reduce the relative power of our vassals. Not by a lot, but it'll reduce it a little bit. So that'll be okay. We're going to continue working on Fars as a long-term project. But getting rid of one of these vassals would be absolutely great. Iraq would be another interesting one to annex. And we're actually really close to being able to do that. It would cost 512 as opposed to the 607 that it's costing for Fars. But that would allow us then to start annexing Arabia out over this way and then expand into Syria and even into Greece and into Lebanon and Egypt. So that would all be absolutely fascinating there. No doubt about that. But we'll get this vassal completed soon enough. I do want to continue to work on Saran. This would be another good one to get. What is their liberty desire currently? So if we go into here, right, we can look at Saran and we can see, okay, The trust isn't very high, of course. Noted. Okay, that's absolutely fine for the moment. We just want to start chipping into some of these vassals, right? That's the overall concept here. Nogai is actually hostile to us, which is remarkable. But our royal marriage with Iraq is over for now. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. So we're about to get Karakoyunlu integrated here. Iraq wants a new royal marriage, and we will take that. These guys are just chilling here? Okay. Georgia insulted us. Hilarious. And there's the -3 diplomatic reputation. So this is now part of our territory. We do not need these troops. And we can make a state here. Perfect. This is already mothballed. That looks ideal. And we could think about grabbing, say, efficient mining. Do we have any gold? I'm not sure that we do produce any gold. Oh, we do. Okay. We do have a little bit of gold somewhere. So that seems reasonably fine then. We could definitely reduce our gold depletion chance modifier. Okay. Sounds fine. So we are making a small amount of money now. And we have another free diplomat. So I would maybe, I mean, ideally, the one that I would really like to annex right now would be Ardabil. So I'd like to go after these guys over here, right? They're a little upset because of annexed vassal. Fair enough. And I'm going to start improving relations with them. We're hoping to be able to get their opinion up high enough that they'll no longer be rebellious. That would be nice. But that's going to be a bit of a midterm project, right? Ardabil, we're just raising up over here. How much more can we raise this by? 62 more? That's enough. Okay. So that'll be okay. We did just lose a treasurer. Then I want to head in here and see about... I think it needs to be a +1, so maybe a production efficiency guy for right now. We have a bit of financial issues, right? And that's going to significantly help our finances. So we could root out corruption somewhere around here or so. And that means that our corruption is going to go away rather rapidly. Cool. 0.28 per year, but that'll be fine. So that'll be like 8 years until that's gone. So Ardabil is our next target, right? We're at -3 diplomatic reputation here, so we're only using 2 dip power per month in Fars. That's okay. Oh, hello, they have moved in over here. We're going to stop these guys from drilling and move up. They have significant numbers, but these are separatists. I think as long as we have decent morale here, we should probably be able to win this. Ottomans are Miltech 20, so should be fine. We're going to wait 1 more month tick for our troops to reinforce here. And we have good drill as well, remember. So that'll be fine. Okay, in we go. We're going to fight over here. Phenomenal. So with Karakoyunlu being fully integrated, that's great. We're going to grab a free stability here. And yeah, we are indeed winning this. These guys are on their way in, though. Okay, luckily, Arabia's forces moved in, and we barely won that with those reinforcements, but it's all good. We did manage to win it, and that's going to boost Arabia's opinion of us significantly. They would also be an interesting annexation target. No doubt about that. For now, we're going to fall back to Tikrit, and that'll be okay. We are losing money at this moment. That is due to our rooting out of corruption. Gain 50 diplomatic power here. We are going to take the dip power. We need all the dip power we can get our hands on right now because we really need to raise up our diplomatic technology. Like, really badly. And we're annexing. So, we are focusing dip power, right? Yeah, we just have terrible stats for this at this moment. Okay, that's fine. I want to get these guys drilling. They are. That all looks okay. Beautiful. So Arbil is at 172 right now. They are still rebellious. Saxony entered into a golden era. Russia is currently losing against Sweden. Danish Russia up over here as well. Okay, noted. So I would love it if some of these guys would drop off on their... Oh, that relative power has actually shifted quite a lot. Supporters Ottomans and Jaunpur. Russia, Bengal, Jaunpur, and Ottomans. Russia, Bengal, Jaunpur, and Ottomans. Russia, Bengal, Jaunpur, and Ottomans. So why is Uzbek only including Ottomans and Jaunpur? That's interesting. Shia Zealots have risen up in here. Okay, there we go. We'll head on over here. No problem. Cool. So we're gaining 2 diplomatic power per month right now. Fars is being integrated. It's at 81%. And just integrating Fars, this guy's 50% cheaper for us to employ. We're paying 15.1 monthly for this guy. Okay, we need to let this tick. On the month tick, I think. Okay, we can maybe save some money here. So yeah, 7.55 monthly. This guy would definitely be significantly better for us. He does the same thing, but he costs half as much. So that's great. We'll definitely do that. So we need all the diplomatic power we can get right now, right? Just annexing Fars is going to be absolutely significant. So that's great. These guys can head back over to Sava for right now. Where are we in the Great Powers? We are number 3. Remarkable. Okay, so that looks great. Who's above us? Austria and Spain. Okay, we are above France, above Great Britain. I like it. That's absolutely phenomenal. We're going to continue to expand out in this direction, but we're still overextended, right? And we absolutely need to work through this. We're at 188 in Saran right now. Now we're at 190. So we're going to pull back this diplomat. Actually, we're at 192. Unfortunately, they are still rebellious. So we can't actually integrate them. We could start thinking about integrating Iraq. Indeed. Yeah, if all of those jumped in, problems would ensue. So we could start thinking about integrating Iraq. We would have to boost up their opinion of us quite a lot. And that's maybe not the worst of things. But just getting Fars integrated would be absolutely huge. We did just lose this general here. Can we get one from the Emirs? Yes, we can. And so we shall. So we'll get that guy in over here. That's a very solid general. 3-star general. I like it. I don't think they're actually going to declare because I don't think... On paper, we look incredibly strong right now, right? That's the thing. Our Emirs are not necessarily very happy right now, but that'll boost them up over 30, so that's good. And a great mosque in Tehran? Or a manufactory. The great mosque is cheaper, though. So we'll take that for right now. We don't have a huge amount of cash, and we would need some money to upgrade this mosque. I think it's about 200 gold that'll cost in total. And we should have that very, very shortly here. Cool. Our center of trade can be upgraded. We're not too concerned about that. 2 base production in Calm just for free. I love it. And Jaunpur, so discontent. That's fine. We'll get that mosque building up. And we can seize land, but the Emirs are way too sad right now. We definitely can't do it at this moment without having significant Emirs problems. That said, the Emirs have no percentage of land right now. It's only the Dhimmi who have any control over the land. So that's very interesting. Armenian Particularists up over here. Again, we don't need to be too concerned about that one. Okay, our ruler died. That is good. That is actually a good thing for us. We had plenty of stability. We're not making progress over here, and I'm going to cancel that mission for right now. We don't actually make progress here, but we absolutely want to be heading towards legalism at this moment, I think. That tax modifier would be very nice, no doubt about that. I'm going to roll up a general over here because we will need one, but that does boost our diplomatic power pretty considerably. And it reduces our military power, which doesn't matter. We are absolutely fine with that. So I want to get working on some annexations out over here for sure. Our truce with Spain is now over. Sounds good. No problem whatsoever there. Nogai was building a spy network. Royal marriage with Gujarat, we absolutely accept that. We are, of course, using them to make us appear stronger on paper. Tolerance of the true faith. We don't really need the yearly legitimacy, I don't think. Yeah, we'll start heading towards legalism here. I would absolutely like to have some additional funds coming in. 10 diplomatic power. That's actually okay. We're making 4 per month now. So we'll accept that, but we absolutely do need to bump up our diplomatic tech. It's not going too well. We've renewed our loan again, and this is going to be done in 1700 at this point, annexing Fars. We've been at that for a long, long, long time. No doubt about it. Checking in here on our vassal unrest. Okay. So Iraq is currently at exactly 50, but that's going to go down as we improve their opinion. Hey, we just got a payout from the National Bank here, and that allows us to repay our loan almost. We need 791. That's going to be what we're going to do with this, though. Bengal entered into a treaty of support for independence with our disloyal subject Ardabil. That's very rude of them. Austria just declared war on Ottomans. That's not shocking. Ottomans are completely over. There's nothing that they can do at this point. We are still overextended vassal-wise, and we absolutely do need to clean these vassals up, right? Just getting Fars taken care of will be a big part of that. Fars is one of our strongest and biggest vassals. So as a hypothetical, we can take a look here. If we were to annex Nogai, that's 437. Uzbek is 135. Fars, of course, is... It'll say up over here. Actually, it doesn't. We know that it was 700 and some. We can go actually in here, it'll say. Pretty sure. We're not making any progress. Oh, Fars has too much Liberty Desire. Hang on, that's what's going on. Fars is up to 100% Liberty Desire? That was a huge swing. That is very disappointing, Fars. Very, very disappointing indeed. Okay. That is very sad. So what do we want to do about that? Fars went rebellious here. So, relative power of all vassals and the supporter Bengal. It's Bengal's fault. Gotcha. I mean, that better dip tech than us, that does hurt. So that does mean we're going to be getting a lot of dip power right now. So that does... We just took a loan. Okay, that's awkward. We were just about to repay this loan. Why did we just take another loan? Okay, clearly I wasn't paying attention to something. I got distracted there, clearly. I don't know what that was, but we now have 2 loans. Okay. For now, that's fine. We're making a fair amount of money. All we need is Bengal to get distracted. I'd love it if Bengal and Jaunpur would fight each other. Last I knew, they were rivals. They are. So I would absolutely love it if Jaunpur would fight Bengal. That would be amazing. Russia, of course, is getting wrecked by Sweden right now. But we'll see what ends up happening with all that. So we're not making progress in Fars until that Liberty Desire drops. But they were at like 700. So, I mean, Iraq is annexable at this point. Who is supporting Saran's independence here? That is something that I want to know. So currently supporting this is Russia, Bengal, Jaunpur, and Ottomans. Ottomans are really not in a position to support anybody's independence, to be honest. As a hypothetical, if we declared war on them, Ethiopia would join in. I'm just wondering if that would cause them to stop their supporting of independence. So as a hypothetical, we would declare on like Bengal. None of these are particularly strong. So it would be something like this, right? We would have the advantage here, definitely. And it would just be a humiliate rival. And the idea behind that would be to get Bengal out from Fars. But I don't know if we'd progress this while at war. That is a question that I have here. Would that happen? I don't know. We would have to test that. I'm pretty sure we can't start it at war, but we can continue it at war. If I recall correctly, that's the way that that works. So it would definitely be interesting to cut a bit into Bengal here. Especially if we were able to get Gujarat involved. Would they join? No, because of attitude toward enemies. What if we did it to Jaunpur? They're allied to the enemy. So no. Hi, pause menu. Okay, well, there's definitely some work that needs to be done here. No doubt about it. We're working on getting some of these vassals integrated, but our rivals are problems. And I think ultimately attacking Bengal is probably the answer here. So we can get into position for a war like that. We would redirect, say, 3 armies up over here, and then these 2 would remain in reserve. And it would be something along the lines of this. So let's get moving here, and I think this is indeed the way that we're going to go here. We just preemptively attack Bengal. And we can grab that Diptech. That is actually going to be a very big deal for us. So we're going to grab that Diptech. That is going to help a lot with our unbalanced research. And we're going to have to continue to work on that Diptech. So we're not making progress over here. We need at least 1 to make progress. But I'm pretty sure that the problem with that is, in fact, the Liberty Desire. Yes. Okay. That has dropped a little bit, that Liberty Desire. And Georgian Separatists have risen up over here. Okay, we will send this unit after that. No problem. Okay, so we are positioning over this direction. We're not quite in position yet, but we're getting there. And we're going to fight Bengal. That is absolutely the idea here. So we get this taken back, no problem. We're doing fine financially, and in terms of our manpower, we've been maxed for a while. So I think carving into one of our rivals here is absolutely the move, because our rivals are kind of... They're doing significant amounts of depression on us, right? They're depressing our ambitions. And we absolutely need to attack Bengal here so that our vassals are much less rebellious. That's the idea. And if we can carve into Bengal at the same time, that's phenomenal. So I think that this is absolutely a great war to do. We should be okay on this front. We cannot confirm this, of course, because we have no diplomats to send, but our forces are in position. I'm going to pull back this diplomat, and we're going to declare this war. But it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to see what ends up happening with this war. But let's declare this right now. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.